Ever caught yourself wondering what really happens inside a woman's body when she's truly turned on, but no one talks about it out loud? You're not alone. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a fascinating, intimate, and often misunderstood part of human connection. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to space where psychology meets real-life relationships. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you'll never miss a chance to unlock deeper emotional and romantic insights. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful signs that a woman is physically aroused. These aren't just random guesses or myths, these are physiological and psychological cues backed by science and human experience. We're going beyond surface attraction. We're decoding the subtle signs that show when a woman is not just emotionally connected, but also physically tuned in. Let's dive in. 1. Body language. When her body speaks louder than her words. Let's begin with one of the most common, yet most misread signs, body language. Did you know that up to 90% of communication is nonverbal? That means when a woman is attracted, her body is likely broadcasting signals long before she ever says a word. When a woman is physically aroused, she might begin to exhibit micro behaviors that are subtle, but powerful. You may notice her leaning in during conversations. This isn't just about hearing you better, it's her way of moving into your personal space, seeking closeness and connection. It says, "I want to be near you." Then there's eye contact. If her gaze lingers just a bit longer than normal, if she looks directly into your eyes with interest, it's not random. Eye contact in these moments builds a private emotional tunnel between the two of you. It deepens connection, creates intimacy, and shows engagement. And don't miss the little gestures, those that seem innocent on the surface but are often packed with meaning. For instance, if she starts playing with her hair, twirling strands, or tucking it behind her ear repeatedly, it could be a sign of heightened excitement or nervous flirtation. If she touches her lips, even slightly, it may unconsciously draw attention to a sensual area of her body. She might also exhibit open body posture. Think uncrossed arms, relaxed shoulders, and a body facing you directly. These gestures communicate comfort, confidence, and openness to emotional or physical connection. One particularly revealing behavior is mirroring. If you scratch your head and she does too, or if you lean forward and she follows, congrats. You've just triggered a subconscious rapport loop. This kind of behavior shows that her body is syncing with yours, emotionally and physically. It's chemistry you can see. Take note if she tilts her head in the same direction as you, or subtly matches your energy. These gestures may seem minor, but they signal mutual understanding and attraction. Even her proximity matters. If she's consistently reducing the space between you or finding ways to sit or stand closer, she's inviting you into her world without saying a word. Finally, consider how attentively she listens. If she leans in when you speak, reacts to your jokes with full body laughter, or responds with enthusiastic nods, it's all part of a bigger picture. In short, when her body relaxes, opens up, and begins to mirror yours, she's not just comfortable, she may be physically aroused and emotionally present. These unspoken cues, when understood, can transform the way you communicate and connect. 2. Flushed skin. When her emotions reach the surface. Have you ever seen someone's cheeks turn a gentle pink when they're emotionally engaged, or aroused? That's not just a blush of embarrassment. It's biology in action. When a woman becomes physically aroused, her blood vessels dilate, increasing blood flow to the surface of her skin, especially around the face, neck, and chest. This creates a warm, flushed appearance that can appear subtly or dramatically, depending on her skin tone and sensitivity. But what triggers this flush? It's not just about physical touch. Emotional stimulation, eye contact, or even a flirty conversation can be enough to activate this change. Imagine you're sitting across from her, having a deep, emotionally charged talk. Suddenly, You notice a soft red hue appearing across her cheeks. This isn't just coincidence, it's her body's way of expressing excitement and heightened emotional connection. This reaction can be amplified by the environment. Romantic lighting, close proximity, playful teasing, or sensual compliments can all deepen the flush. It's an intimate sign that something deeper is brewing beneath the surface. Of course, not every woman flushes in the same way. Some may show it clearly, while others have subtler responses. But when paired with other cues, like body language or eye contact, flushed skin can be one of the most honest physical indicators of arousal. So, next time you notice a soft glow on her cheeks or a sudden warmth spreading down her neck, take a moment. She might not say it out loud, but her body could be whispering, "I'm into this." 3. Changes in breathing, the rhythm of rising desire. Pay close attention, not to what she says, but how she breathes. Breathing is often overlooked when reading someone's emotional state. Yet it's one of the most telling signs of physical and psychological arousal. When a woman is turned on, her breathing becomes quicker and shallower. You might notice her chest rising and falling more rapidly, especially during moments of tension, flirtation, or intimacy. Think of it like her body preparing itself, subconsciously, for closeness. A faster breath means her heart rate is up, blood is flowing, and she's emotionally engaged. But it's not just about excitement. Breathing also reflects her level of comfort. If her breathing slows, deepens, or syncs with yours, it might mean she feels safe and emotionally open. That's an ideal state for vulnerability and connection. Here's an example: you're telling her a deeply personal story. She leans in. Her breathing starts to shift. Maybe she exhales more slowly or begins taking deeper, intentional breaths. That's a physiological sign that she's not just hearing you, she's feeling you. And it works the other way, too. If the two of you are laughing, teasing, or exchanging playful banter, you might hear her breaths get lighter, shorter, or more animated. This shift indicates stimulation, presence, and possibly even arousal. In intimate moments, changes in breathing often accompany other signs: touch, flushed skin, prolonged gaze, creating a full-body expression of interest. If you're tuned into these small signals, you'll be able to read what her heart might not yet be ready to say aloud. 4. Pupil dilation, her eyes reveal what she won't say. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but did you know they can also be the mirrors of desire? One of the most biologically accurate signs of physical arousal is pupil dilation. When someone is attracted to another person, their pupils naturally expand. This reaction happens because the nervous system is activated, creating more sensitivity to light, emotional connection, and yes, sexual energy. Let's picture this: you're talking with her in soft lighting. The conversation shifts into something a bit more personal, something deeper. You lock eyes, and suddenly, you notice hers look bigger, darker, and more intense. That's not your imagination. That's nature showing up. Dilated pupils are an involuntary physical response, and they happen in moments of heightened excitement. The more emotionally or physically interested someone is, the more their pupils will dilate in response to the stimulus, in this case, you. It's one of the hardest signs to fake, because it happens automatically. Unlike a smile or a laugh, which can be polite or social, pupil dilation is pure instinct. It's raw and real. The key here is to combine this cue with context. If she's holding eye contact longer than usual, if her gaze is steady and inviting, and if her pupils seem wider than normal, take note. Especially if it's paired with other signs we've discussed, like flushed cheeks or quickened breath. Also pay attention to the emotion behind her eyes. Are they soft, curious, playful, or intense? A smoldering gaze with dilated pupils can speak volumes. It's as if her eyes are trying to pull you in, to hold your attention, to feel something unspoken. But don't get it confused: if her gaze is distant, her eyes dart around, or she avoids looking directly at you, It could signal disinterest or discomfort. Reading her emotional energy through her eyes will give you much more than words ever could. So next time you're close, in conversation or sharing a moment, check her pupils. They just might be telling you everything. 5. Heightened touch sensitivity. When every brush becomes electric touch, it's one of the most powerful forms of human connection. But when a woman is physically aroused, the way she responds to touch can change completely. Her skin becomes more sensitive. The nerves beneath the surface become more alive. Suddenly, even the softest caress can feel intense, exciting, sometimes even overwhelming in the best way. This is due to increased blood flow and hormone activity, which heightens her entire sensory system. It's why a simple brush of your fingers on her arm might send goosebumps racing across her skin. Let's break it down. If you gently place your hand near hers, and she responds with a smile, a shiver, or even a subtle lean into your touch, she's not just being polite. Her body is reacting in real time. That micro-reaction can be a clear sign of physical desire. And it's not always about where you touch. Sometimes, it's about how attentively you notice her response. For example, a playful nudge during a shared laugh. That's bonding. A light touch on the small of her back that makes her pause or glance back. That's tension, good tension. Physical touch becomes a way to test the waters. And her reactions, whether she flinches, smiles, leans closer, or touches back, can guide you on what feels right for her. But remember, this sign, like all others, must always be read with respect and sensitivity. Consent isn't just a one-time thing. It's ongoing, unspoken, and sacred. When touch is welcomed and mutual, it becomes one of the strongest forms of connection. It's where intimacy begins to shift from emotional into physical, and if done right, it can be magical. We've now uncovered the 5 major signs that a woman is physically aroused. 1. Body language that draws you in. 2. Flushed skin that reveals rising emotion. 3. Breathing patterns that speak louder than words. 4. Pupil dilation that uncovers hidden desire. 5. Touch sensitivity that transforms every moment. Understanding these signs isn't about control or manipulation. It's about respect, awareness, and connection. When you learn to read these cues, you're not just getting closer to her body, you're getting closer to who she is, emotionally and psychologically. But here's what matters most: none of this works without consent, trust, and communication. These signs should never be used to push someone further than they're comfortable with. They are signals to be honored, not exploited. The most meaningful connections are built on mutual openness. So talk with your partner. Ask about what feels good, what boundaries matter, and how to deepen the intimacy together. And don't forget, everyone is different. What excites one woman may not work for another. That's why staying curious, patient, and respectful will take you much further than guessing ever will. Creating emotional safety is what unlocks true physical connection. Before you go, if you found this video valuable, do us a favor. Hit the like button to support the channel. Subscribe for more eye-opening insights about psychology and relationships. Share this video with someone who'd appreciate it. And drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed one of these signs before? Or did something surprise you? We love hearing your stories and thoughts. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay emotionally tuned in, physically respectful, and always connected.